Hi, it's Chris. Today's workout is iso abs. So we're going to be doing isometric exercises for our core. What isometric means is that we are not going to be moving throughout the full range of motion. We are basically going to be thinking about doing just the hard part of the motion and holding it there. We are going to be doing 30-second intervals with a 10-second break. This is only an 11-minute workout, so you can definitely do this one. It's a great way to work your core using isometric exercises. It's not the only way you should work your core, but it's definitely fun to throw that into the mix. So I hope you enjoy this video and let me know what you think in the comments. And if you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to my channel and check out all the other videos that I have made. So enjoy the workout. Our first move is just a crunch hold. So we're going to get in the crunch position and we're going to do a crunch and hold it in the upper position. Make sure that you're breathing when you do this, but most important, make sure that your stomach is tucked in nice and tight the whole time. Suck your stomach in really, really tight. Now your hands are just there by your ears for support. You're not pulling on your neck. Next, we're going to do a leg lower or leg drop, and we're going to hold it in the low position. So hold it as low as you can without arching your back or getting your lower back off the ground. With your hands, you can either put them down at your sides or up by your ears, wherever you feel most comfortable. And just remember, if you're feeling like your lower back is coming off of the ground, just make sure that you lift your legs up just a little bit higher or even bend them to prevent that from happening. The next move is going to be a wiper hold. So it's like you're going to lay down and do a leg drop, but to the side, like a windshield wiper. So go to the right side and hold your legs there out to the side. And this really works your obliques. And again, the same as the previous exercise, you only want to go so low that you make sure that you keep your back on the ground. Your hands can be either behind your ears or out by your sides. And now we're going to do the other side. For any of these moves, if you can't hold it for the full 30 seconds, just come out of it, rest for a second, and then come right back into it. All right, next we're going to go into our upper plank position. So when you do your planks, you want to make sure that your shoulders are right over your wrists. So you might feel like you need to lean a little bit forward when you do these. Make sure that your butt is not sagging down or sticking up in the air. You want to be a nice straight line. Now you're going to feel this working also in your shoulders when you're doing this, but when you do this plank or any plank, you want to make sure that you squeeze your butt, squeeze your legs, and most importantly, squeeze your stomach in nice and tight. Our next move is just the same plank, except we're going to lift our right leg. So when you lift your right leg, you're also going to get a good squeeze in your right glute for added benefit. And just make sure that you're keeping your abs tucked in nice and tight, and you're not rocking from one side or the other. You're staying nice and straight. And next we're just going to lift our left leg. All right, and next we're just gonna go into that same plank again, but we're gonna lift our right arm. Now this is a little bit more challenging, so I like to spread my legs, my feet a little bit wider. It helps keep my balance, because what you don't wanna do is rock from one side or the other. You wanna stay in that straight line when you're doing this, and spreading your feet apart definitely helps with your balance. If you want to challenge yourself, you can lift up the opposite leg. So if you're lifting up your right arm, you can lift up your left leg while doing this, just making sure that you're nice and straight. Next, we're going to do the plank and lift our left arm. Our next move is a V-sit hold. So we're going to sit down and we're going to put our legs in a V, and with our arms they can either be down by our side or they can be kind of up over our head, which makes it a little bit more challenging. To make it easier, you can put your hands down on your sides, or you can even hold your legs up, which would really make it a lot easier. For our next move, we're going to go back onto our elbows and lift our legs up only as high as we can. The lower your legs are, the harder this move is going to be. And all the while, you want to make sure that you're sucking your stomach in nice and tight while doing this exercise. Next, we're going to go into the plank position and we're going to do a mountain climber hold. So we're going to take our right knee and bring it in as close to your chest as you can and just hold it there. And we're going to switch to the other side next. Next, we're going to go into a low plank, so a forearm plank. We're going to go down onto our forearms and we're going to hold the plank, and the same rules apply. You don't want to be sagging down and you don't want your butt to be sticking up. You want it to be a nice straight line. Squeeze your butt, squeeze your legs, and squeeze your abs. Next, we're going to go onto one side and we're going to do a forearm plank onto our side. So this really works your obliques. You want to just make sure that you kind of push your hips up, because you're naturally going to want to start sinking them down when you start to get tired. So try to keep pushing your hips up when you think that they're sagging down a little bit. Now you can lift your leg out to the side or up if you want. This definitely makes it more challenging, and you're working your legs a lot more as well as just your abs. All right, and then we're going to switch over to the other side. Our last move is a standing move, and it's called vacuums. What you want to do is blow all your air out and suck your stomach in as tight as you can and hold. So you probably won't be able to hold your breath for 30 seconds, but just take a couple breaths here and there and try to hold your breath as long as you can while sucking your stomach in. This is a great exercise that you can do anywhere and anytime, and nobody really knows that you're doing it. So keep this one in the back of your mind, just to really keep your stomach tucked in and sucked in as tight as you can. And you are done. Awesome job. Way to go. So we all work out, or we want to, or we try to make time to work out every day or every few days to build our muscle and to strengthen our muscle, and including our heart, which is a muscle. But one thing that we really need to also think about is strengthening our spiritual muscles. And one way that we can do that is by waiting on God. So in order to work our physical muscles, we need to work, we need to move, we need to be active. But to build our spiritual muscles, the best way to do it is to be still. Isaiah 40:31 says, "They who wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall run and not grow weary, and they shall walk and not faint." So I hope this blesses you. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video.